everyone, welcome to Ekam. So today I am here because the UPSC Mains 2022 examination is nearby, and I hope you have covered your syllabus and also you are practicing the answer writing, and I hope you are taking test series and so on. And if you have done so, you might have understood the importance of current affairs in UPSC Mains examination. While writing answers, you might have faced some difficulties. For example, some people have a difficulty in getting an introduction, or some have difficulty in finding or bringing content to the body, and also others have issues to give proper recommendations or way forward, etc. And this can be because of the lack of knowledge regarding the current affairs of that particular topic. And when it comes to polity, current affairs plays a huge role. To know that, you have to see the previous year questions. So if you have seen the previous year questions, you might have known that UPSC have asked questions based on current affair. Sometimes it may be from the static area, but because of a current affair. Sometimes it is purely based on current affair. So UPSC have asked questions based on current affairs. So if you don't know that particular current affair, it is very difficult for you to write an answer. So I am just not saying that UPSC have asked questions from current affair. I have evidence that is. See, this was a 2021 question asked by UPSC, and it was a 15-mark question. And the question is regarding the CBI, the jurisdiction of CBI, how it affects the federal structure of India, etc. And similar incident happened recently as well. That is, some various state has withdrawn their general consent for CBI investigation in their particular state. So again, the newspaper has discussed regarding the federal nature of CBI. So we can hopefully expect a similar kind of question in the coming mains examination. So only you can understand through by solving or practicing previous year questions. So another importance of current affair for UPSC examination, especially in case of polity. Now another example is Right to Information Act. There were a lot of news happened regarding Right to Information Act, and lot of discuss and debates were conducted based on Right to Information Act. So the question is regarding the recent amendment to the Right to Information Act, and it was asked in 2020. It was a 10-mark question. So it's asking regarding the recent amendment. So it is purely based on the current affairs. So it's another example of UPSC asking from current affairs. Then we are aware of the Farm Act and the controversies, the large scale protests in India, everything. So again, so UPSC have asked that question regarding the Farm Act also in 2020, and it was a 15-mark question. So from this, you can understand that the importance of current affair and how you have to get into or approach a topic from current affairs point, and how you can write an answer if any particular question has come from that particular topic. The analysis point of view, whether if any act is introduced, then what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, what is the way forward, how can we implement without hurting any people, etc. But to study all the current affairs that has happened in this past 1 year is very difficult. If you are updated with the day-to-day newspapers, there are also chances that you might have missed the most important topics. And there are many hundreds of magazines, current affairs magazines with thousands of irrelevant topics. But within this limited time period, it is very difficult for you to cover all these topics, and again you have to revise it. Otherwise you won't remember it. So to cover that whole topics and revision is impossible. So the team Ekam IAS, we are planning to give you 22 most important current affairs topics from polity for your 2022 mains examination. And the importance of this 2022 topics are, they are already been asked by UPSC from this area, and these topics are prominently seen in current affairs for this past 1 year. So there are no chances of neglecting these topics by UPSC. And again, if you want to write an answer from any of these topics, they can ask anyway. That doesn't matter for us, because we have covered every area associated with that particular topic in a holistic way, so that you can write a better introduction, a proper body, a proper conclusion, etc. So instead of studying thousands of irrelevant topics within this time limit, it is very productive if you have if you put your focus and energy on these 22 topics, and if you practice writing answers from the previous year questions from this topic, and obviously it's a productive thing to do in this limited time. And all these 22 topics are available at 22 rupees, and each topic has 1 rupees. And regarding the buying of this material and how to buy everything, to know more details about this material, that is our Lucid Mains material, you have to check the link in the description. And the 22 topics that we cover in our Lucid Mains materials are: first one is judicial infrastructure. So if you have read the newspaper, you might have came across that the lack of infrastructure faced by judiciary, and you know the importance of judiciary and the lack of justice delivery, how it affects the country's growth, etc. So the Chief Justice of India has proposed for setting up of an authority which is National Judicial Infrastructure Authority, in order to look after the infrastructure issues associated with judiciary. So we have holistically covered regarding the judicial infrastructure, the importance of judiciary, the importance of judicial infrastructure, the National Judicial Infrastructure Authority, etc. So that's what we have covered under judicial infrastructure. Then the next topic is Lokayukta. I hope you have heard about the Kerala government trying to pass an ordinance to amend Kerala Lokayukta, and this has created a lot of criticism from the opposition. So we have holistically covered again regarding Lokayukta, the constitutional provisions regarding Lokayukta, all those things. The next topic is federal nature of Central Bureau of Investigation, or CBI. So we have already seen a previous year question regarding the federal nature of CBI, and I have mentioned there was a news regarding the withdrawal of general consent to CBI from various states. So obviously there was a detailed article discussing regarding the federal nature of CBI. So we can't neglect a chance of UPSC asking this question. So we have in detail covered regarding the federal nature of CBI. The role of governor. The role of governor is always in controversy, and there were many committees appointed in order to look into for bringing various reforms in the office of governor. And the news was related to the various chief ministers, including several MPs, have written to the president in demanding the removal of the post of governor. So we have covered the constitutional provisions regarding the governor, the controversial role regarding governor, and recommendations of various committees for implementing a neutral character for governor, or how to boost the governor-state relationship, etc. Then our fifth topic is the Election Laws Amendment Bill 2021. I hope you have read the news regarding the linking of Aadhaar with the electoral roll and the issues associated with the privacy issues. There was a famous judgment regarding the right to privacy, Puttaswamy case. So everything is discussed under the Election Law Amendment Bill 2021. Then next topic, sixth topic is reservation in public employment. And there was news regarding the quashing of reservation for SC/ST regarding their job promotion. So we know the constitutional provisions of fundamental rights, particularly Article 16 of Indian Constitution, which is providing equality of opportunity in case of public employment. So the current issues we have discussed, and the constitutional provisions, the limitations, etc. All those things are discussed under the reservation public employment. The next topic is Article 142 of Indian Constitution, which is giving the Supreme Court an extraordinary power. So it was regarding the release of AG Perarivalan in case of assassination of former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. So we have discussed what is Article 142, where the Supreme Court can use, and what are the controversies, and where else the Supreme Court has used this Article 142 before. Then the eighth topic is sedition law. Obviously it was in news for a very long time, and still it is going on. And the news is regarding the suspension of pending cases by Supreme Court regarding the Section 124A, which is sedition law, which talks about sedition law in IPC. And also Supreme Court asked the centre to reconsider regarding the sedition law, which was a British era law. So we have talked about the advantages and the reasons, the limitations, etc. regarding the sedition law. Then the ninth topic is Panchayati Raj. We know it is a very important constitutional body, which is a third tier of our government structure. And the news is that the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved the proposal for continuing Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan, which is a scheme in order to improve the governance capacities in Panchayati Raj. So we have discussed about the scheme and the importance of Panchayati Raj, the importance of governance in a government structure. Then our 10th topic is Uniform Civil Code. So obviously, there were many news regarding the imposition of or implementation of Uniform Civil Code in various fields such as marriage, divorce, transfer of property, etc. Since it is an important static area and it has been in use for bit long time, we can't neglect a chance of UPSC asking this question. So we have covered everything regarding Uniform Civil Code in our Lucid Mains. The next topic is Delhi government versus central government. So if you have followed the news regularly, you might have observed the conflict and the tensions between the Delhi government and the central government. So all the issues associated with are covered under our Lucid Mains material. Next topic is AFSPA or Armed Force Special Power Act 1958. So we have seen lot of news regarding the withdrawal or repeal of the act because it created a lot of controversies. It killed, because of this act, it killed a lot of civilians in the northeast, and there were a lot of protests regarding the withdrawal of this AFSPA. So we have discussed AFSPA, its issues, the historical background, etc. regarding the AFSPA. Hindi versus English, that is our 13th topic. So from the time of independence, we are still facing that controversy of imposing Hindi language all over India. So regarding the language, the official language, and the imposition of Hindi or imposition of English, everything, it is covered under this topic. Then our 14th topic is suspension of MLAs. So there was a news stating that Maharashtra Assembly has suspended few MLAs because of their disorderly conduct in assemblies, and Supreme Court has questioned whether an MLA can be suspended for 1 year. So because of this unusually long period for the suspension, we have to know regarding the suspension of MLAs, how long MLA or MP can be suspended, what are the grounds, etc., and who has the power to suspend the MLAs in assembly, etc. Everything is covered under suspension of MLAs. Then our 15th topic is rights and duties. So we know that we have fundamental rights and we have fundamental duties. So we just not only have the rights but we also have duties. So there is always a conflict between rights and duties, whether right is above duties or whether duties is above rights, etc. And there was UPSC question, especially in prelims, there was a question regarding the balance between the rights and duties. So there was an editorial discussed regarding the evolution of which talks about the rights and duties. So obviously we have to know regarding that, and based on that editorial, we have covered rights and duties. Then the 16th topic is regarding the transfer of judges, especially the High Court judges. So there was news where the Madras High Court judge was transferred to Meghalaya High Courts, and the issue was the reason of transfer was not published. So it created a controversy whether the transfer was based on punishment or because of any public interest. Because of this, we have to know more about transfer of judges. So that is covered under our 16th topic. Then comes the 17th topic, that is National Register of Citizens, that is NRC, and it is a very old current affair, but it's still prevalent and it's still happening. So everything regarding NRC, the imposition, the issues, etc. are discussed under NRC. Then 18th topic is parliamentary or legislative privileges and immunities. So why? Because the Supreme Court has rejected Kerala government's plea to withdraw criminal cases against the MLAs who were charged in the assembly. So here we have discussed regarding the parliamentary as well as legislative privileges as well as the immunities available for MLAs and MPs, and when these privileges or immunities can be withdrawn. Then our topic is cooperative federalism and the interstate council. So cooperative federalism or federalism, it's a term directly mentioned in your syllabus. So it is very important. Anything that comes associated with cooperative federalism, you have to know what is cooperative federalism, what is federalism, the types of federalism, etc. And Interstate Council is one of such bodies that was created to promote this cooperative federalism among the state. Then 20th topic is anti-defection law. There was a question asked in 2022 prelims examination regarding the anti-defection law, and there were a lot of issues has happened associated with anti-defection law. So we can also expect a question for your 2022 mains examination as well. So we have covered anti-defection law in our Lucid Mains material as our 20th topic. Then our next topic is economically weaker sections. So the Supreme Court has asked whether an income criteria can be set as a criteria for determining economically weaker sections. That is the 8 lakh income criteria. Is it a reasonable threshold to determine EWS people in order to give reservation for them? So this was a question asked by Supreme Court to the central government. So because of this issue, we have to know regarding the EWS, EWS quota, the reservation, the income criteria, etc. and the constitutional amendment regarding the EWS. All those things are covered under this topic. Then our last topic, which is electoral bond scheme. So various state has witnessed elections, and there were issues associated to electoral bond scheme and the lack of transparency associated with electoral bond scheme, and Supreme Court has also questioned regarding the transparency, regarding the donor, regarding the amount of money being reached to the political parties, all those things. So that is covered under the electoral bond scheme. So these are the 22 core topics that we have covered under our Lucid Mains 2022 material. And all these topics, you have seen all these topics. So you might have understood that all these topics are very, very important. And there are no topics which are irrelevant for your 2022 UPSC mains examination. So you can download this material for 1 rupee for each topic. And to know more about the material, you can check the link in the description. And I hope you find this video helpful and prepare well for your mains examination. All the best to all the aspirants. Thank you.